Hi, I'm Charity. I've been busy working on my debut novel, Roses and Rebels. It was just a year ago that I took my location trip, and thank goodness I took it last year and not this year. What a difference a year makes. Location tours are important to bringing authenticity to your writing. It gives you a chance to capture the essence of a city or the countryside, the weather, the smells. I got to experience some of the history firsthand, to walk where my characters walked, and to get some of my questions answered. The location of my upcoming novel is the Isle of Jersey. Many people have no idea that this little country even exists.
In fact, the gentleman sitting next to me on my flight from San Francisco to London looked at me funny and kindly asked if I realized I was on an international flight to London. Yeah, I'm going to Jersey, not New Jersey. So first let me show you where Jersey is. It's right there off the coast of France. Much of Jersey looks untouched by the passage of time. I suspect the roads are not much wider than in the 15th century, the time frame in which my upcoming novel is set. It's pretty frightening the first 100 times you meet a car or garbage truck going the other way. But the maximum speed on the island is 40 miles per hour, and everyone is mindful of the narrowness of the roads. And some of the locals are curious about who you are. The Airbnb that we stayed at was centuries old, and there was an adorable farm shop right next door. I only had a few days on the island, so I delved right into my research, and one of the burning questions I had involved St. Juan's Pond. Now you can see on the map, the pond appears to be just right on the other side of the coastal road next to St. Juan's Bay. And when we flew into Jersey, I got to see a bird's eye view of this. And just like on the map, it appeared to be like right there next to the bay. And yet, my historical figure did not notice soldiers approaching on horseback, and how could that be? So when I walked along the beach of St. Juan's Bay, I discovered that where the beach ends, some very shallow hills begin. And then next, I visited St. Juan's Pond, and looking west toward the ocean, all I could see was hills. No, my guy, no, he would not have seen anyone riding along the coast until they had breached the hills. Another oddity in the historical record for me was the phrasing, they fought under the walls of Mount Orgueil. And in my mind I was thinking, are there gaps under the walls? This didn't seem possible in a medieval structure. So I was imagining something like this cat sticking its paw underneath the door, and it seemed really unproductive to be fighting by sticking your sword underneath a wall. But when I arrived, you can see how steep the terrain is below the castle. So they were just down below, basically fighting underneath the walls. The topography of Jersey varies dramatically. On the south side of the island are long beaches, and here in this picture you can see Elizabeth Castle, which is cut off from the mainland when the tide's in, and you can take a boat out there. But when the tide's out, you can walk out to the island like I did. Contrast this with the northern side of the island. In one of the chapters of my book, it includes a scene of one of the characters climbing down the rocks to the ocean below. To lend some authenticity to my novel, I wanted to see firsthand what the rock face looked like. I walked along much of the coastline trying to find a spot that looked like it could be safely scaled without rock climbing equipment. I did not find it.
I know if it was me looking down that rock face, I'd say, no way, it's not worth it. So those are just a few of the nitty-gritty details that I learned on my location trip. I hope to visit Jersey again before my final edit. There's nothing like being in a location to make it real for your readers.